Hello everyone. Today we are going to start the next topic of electric potential. This topic is electric flux. This is a very important, most important topic. Now the question is, what is electric flux? The electric flux is number of electric field lines passing through a particular area. Here we are considering a area. We will consider the number of electric lines, how much the number of electric lines will passing through this particular area. This can be defined with the term of a electric flux. It is a scalar quantity because these are the number of electric field lines. So we will consider this is a area, number of electric field lines are passing through it. It is making angle theta with the bar, that is surface area. So it will be distributed into two components. One is a E cos theta and another is E sin theta. This is a unit vector, that is a n unit vector. Now the electric flux through an area that is represented, that is d phi e. Its symbol is d phi e, that is for small area flux. D phi e, that is E ds cos theta, that can be represented with the dot product E dot ds. Total electric flux can be finding with the help of a integration. The phi e is equal to integration surface integral of d phi e. It means you can write it as phi e is equal to surface integral of E dot ds, E ds cos theta. Electric flux is a scalar quantity and it can be, because it is a scalar, so it can be positive, negative or zero. Now come to the unit of electric flux. The electric flux unit is, the electric flux unit is Newton per coulomb. Newton per coulomb, and the surface area unit is meter square. So its unit is Newton meter square per coulomb, or you can say its another unit is P, and that is voltmeter. Now the next topic is, that is Gauss theorem. This is also most important question. Every time this question comes in a paper in the terms of a application. The next topic is, that is Gauss theorem. According to this theorem, we are having a relation. Phi e is equal to surface integral of E dot ds. We have already done the formula. Phi, that is surface integral of E dot ds, is equal to electric flux, that is equal to Q upon epsilon naught. So the same formula can be written in the form of a terms, in the form of a definition. It means the surface integral of electric field passing through a particular area. It means that is electric flux is equal to the 1 upon epsilon naught times the total charge passed through the surface. The total charge contained inside the surface. Again I am repeating, the surface integral of electric field passing through a particular area of cross section is equal to, that is electric flux is equal to 1 upon epsilon naught times the total charge contained inside the surface. This proof is not in your syllabus. This is already quoted by the CBSE. So we will see the diagram only. We will consider a surface. This is this dotted surface area that represented quotient surface. We will consider a positive charge which is placed at the center of a sphere, that is O, and this the distance from O to E, that is this is an electric field. This we will consider P to O, the distance is R, and this represented, that is the surface area element. We already discussed area is a scalar quantity, but in term conditions, some conditions we are considering it is a vector quantity. So we will put the vector sign here, that is a ds vector. Now the next topic, that is deduction of Coulomb's law from the Gauss theorem. We had done the part, that is a Coulomb's law. F is equal to q1 q2 upon 4 pi epsilon naught r square. Here we will derive the formula with the help of a Gauss theorem. According to the Gauss theorem, you know the relation E dot ds is equal to q upon epsilon naught. It means E ds cos 0 degree. This is dot product E ds cos 0 degree is equal to q upon epsilon naught. It means E surface integral of ds q upon epsilon naught. This is a sphere of a surface, that is 4 pi r square is equal to q upon epsilon naught. It means you got the relation E is equal to q upon 4 pi epsilon naught r square. Force on a acting charge q naught placed at the surface. It means F is equal to q naught E. So we will multiply it with the we will put the formula of E, that is q naught q upon 4 pi epsilon naught r square. This is the formula of Coulomb's law. We already discussed. The force is equal to q1 q2 upon 4 pi epsilon naught r square. Now come to the important applications of a Gauss theorem. The first application we will discuss, that is electric field due to a infinite long straight uniformly charged sheet. We already are getting this question in a paper, these type of a question application. So we will consider firstly a cylinder. This cylinder, the electric field is perpendicular. We will consider a small surface area, that is a Gaussian surface ds. The point P where we have to find the electric field, we will consider a center part where the positive charge is existing. So electric flux over the curved surface of the cylinder, that is E dot ds is equal to E ds cos 0 degree, because this is in a surface also and the electric field both are in the same direction, the angle between them will be 0 degree. That is E dot ds. ds, the value is 2 pi rl, because this is a cylinder surface area, that is a 2 pi rh. Here we are taking the length of a cylinder, that is a l, so 2 pi rl. On the circular ends of a cylinder, the angle between field and the outward surface area is 90 degree. If you will consider, this is a E electric field and this is a surface area, so the angle between them will be 90 degrees. So the total electric flux at the ends of a cylinder will be 0. Now E dot ds is equal to E ds cos 90 degrees equal to 0. So the total electric flux existing due to the surface only, E into 2 pi rl. According to the Gauss theorem, phi E is equal to Q upon epsilon naught. Equating equation 1 and 2, you will get E into 2 pi rl is equal to Q upon epsilon naught, means E is equal to Q upon 2 pi epsilon naught rl. We know the formula, that is surface linear charge density, lambda is equal to Q upon L. So we will replace the value, E is equal to lambda upon 2 pi epsilon naught r. Q upon L will be represented with the help of a lambda. It means E is equal to lambda upon 2 pi epsilon naught r. Thank you.